Hello, everybody. We are super glad to discuss today smart city topics, circling around one of the greatest releases coming from the Merrick Studio team. Not a long time ago, our team, in cooperation with Expo City Dubai organization, released an application that supports people visiting Dubai to get orientation and to make a good use of amenities provided by the Expo City Dubai infrastructure. The application from the very beginning stands in line with the smart city concept, which is being introduced widely among municipalities all around the world. Today with me, I have special guests that are standing behind this project. I need to admit that there are much more people standing behind this project, but there are three brave volunteers who agreed to share their story and tell a little bit about the project. Guys, if you could introduce yourself in a few words, I would highly appreciate.
Hello, I'm Pavel, and I'm senior mobile developer at Merrick Studio. I started my career as an Android developer and work only on Android apps for about 6 years. And now I also work with Flutter, and I've been doing that for almost 5 years. And I am responsible for the mobile app development in the Expo City Dubai project. And my main job is to ensure we follow good practices and high standards in app development, while also making sure we do not overcomplicate features at the very beginning. And I'm not enthusiast of any platform, so I appreciate both. And whether it's an Android or iOS, I enjoy working with both and believe each has its own strengths. So for me, it's all about building great apps, no matter the platform.
Thank you very much. Piotr?
Hello, I'm Piotr. I'm a backend engineer and a tech lead here at Merrick Studio. I'm mainly responsible in this app for the communication between the client-side services that we had to integrate and also our mobile app. The challenge was also to cater to possibilities of multiple, like several thousands of users using the app at the same time. So any sort of scaling and stuff like that, that's what I'm mostly responsible for.
Hello, I'm Carolina. I'm quality assurance engineer. In the project, I was responsible for manual tests, automated tests, and also managing data, preparing data structure in client CMS.
Thank you very much, Dan. So as we can see, we are talking today with an interdisciplinary team which was carrying out the project from many different angles. If you could tell me a few words about the beginnings of the project, what was done before the first line of code was actually written?
So I guess as usual, we started with our extended workshops. It lasted several days. I guess it was like around 2 or 3 days. During that time, we went through all the requirements that the client has, also many of the ideas that we had to park for now for the future, because the idea started as a smart city app, but we had to basically slice just a bit of the scope first and create an app for the visitors that they can just move around Expo City Dubai and search for any amenities that they need.
I can tell a few words because I was also involved in that process. That I remember that we performed like a 3-day remote session with the stakeholders coming from the client. There were product people there were marketing people, multiple stakeholders having, let's say, specific interest when it comes to this project. So there has been a lot of prioritization going on in the beginning. But we managed to carry it out, create backlog, firstly for 3 months, later for 6 months, and now we continue development partially on a maintenance mode. Okay, then, another question coming from me. The project is quite complex. How did the prioritization look like? How were the stakeholders involved in the project later after the workshops?
I believe our clients know their goals pretty well. We have our internal planning session, Merrick's team, but then we have planning sessions with our clients. And I believe cooperation is quite smooth. A client know in advance that they have some big events upcoming or new attraction will be built on the site. So we're getting in advance new feature requests or what kind of enhancements has to be done in our existing features. As client know what they need in the app in the future, and in which direction app should go. So I believe the task prioritization goes pretty good in this project.
All right, and how many people have been working on it?
Quite a lot. Like the project is right now. We started 1 year ago, so there were a lot of people involved during this year. Like the core team is 5 people right now.
All right.
Like here we are, backend developer, mobile developer, quality assurance. We have product management. We have one person from product design. So this is the core. But during the year, we had a lot of additional staff, a lot of QAs involved in testing. We had additional people from product design. We have support for backend and mobile. And of course, we have our DevOps who build all the infrastructure. So I believe it could be something like over 15 people during the year.
All right, then. The Expo City Dubai mobile app is built using Flutter and Python. Can you explain why those technologies particularly were used to carry out the development?
Yeah, sure. We chose Flutter for the mobile app because it allows us, to create both Android and iOS apps using a single code base. This means we can develop faster and keep the app consistent across both platforms, which is very important for a project like Expo City Dubai, where we want the best experience for all users. We have a strong Flutter team with great skills and experience, which makes it easier to build high-quality apps. We also love how the Flutter community works. There's a lot of support, and many other companies and services are investing in Flutter, which gives us, great tools and resources to work. And this really helps us stay up to date and improve the app continuously. And as for the backends, we used Python because it's a key technology at Merrick Studio where we are specialized in Python development. Python is it's a powerful language that helps us handle large amounts of data, which is very important in this project because Expo City Dubai involves a lot of data gathering, and we need to unify data from different sources. So Python is perfect for this because it has many libraries that makes working with that data easier and faster. And also the Python's flexibility allows us to scale the app and integrate it smoothly with other systems, such as the client's CMS, Contentful, and CRM, Microsoft Dynamics. So this helps us ensure the app is ready for future growth as part of the larger Expo City ecosystem.
All right, then. Thank you very much. You mentioned Python. We talked a little bit about the backend. So what about the third-party integrations in the applications? Have we been using some of them? Have they been integrated? How does it look like?
A data source is kept in the client CMS called Contentful.
Right.
And I believe our first experience with the CMS was pretty rough. As data structure was prepared for website support, and we are developing mobile app. But later on during the process, we came with some solutions which will suit both sides, website and our mobile app development. And data structure change, we propose some new models, rearrangement the structure. And I believe right now we are in a better place, and the CMS structure is better managed on both sides, on our client side and on our side. And also we are in the process of bigger rearrangements and creating more spaces, moving some structures and models from one space to another to make fetching the data more friendly for us, and also the managing the data for easier for our client.
One important integration on the mobile side is Mapbox, which we use as an alternative to Google Maps. So we chose Mapbox because of its flexibility and customization options. It allows us to customize maps and data, and it also has a navigation module that helps us build a dedicated navigation experience for users in Expo City Dubai. And Mapbox provides a really flexible and good performing map with a nice look and feel, which fits perfectly with the user experience we want to deliver. We did some challenges, especially on the Flutter side, because some features weren't available natively. However, thanks to Flutter's platform channels, we were able to handle those tasks on the native side without much difficulty. Mapbox also offers a tool called Mapbox Studio, which lets us modify the maps and data remotely. This is really helpful because we can easily update the map whenever there are any changes in the Expo City Dubai. And since Mapbox is based on the OpenStreetMap, reporting changes is easier and updates are usually made within a week, which is also very important for the project.
All right, then thank you very much. What kind of tests are performed in this project?
We have automated API tests, but also we implemented performance tests using tool K6.
Okay.
We get information from our client that they're expecting a big traffic in the app, especially in the winter time when a lot of tourists coming to Dubai. So they expecting to have like 400,000 people coming to Expo City Dubai. So we are using K6 open source tool for performance testing to check, to actually simulate that kind of traffic. And K6 metrics measure how a system performs under the conditions, test conditions. In other terminology, we can say that K6 metrics measure traffic, availability, and latency in the request duration. So the test was written to check if our API and our infrastructure will handle this traffic.
All right, and thank you very much. Talking about traffic, talking about, let's say, how the application performs, I noticed that the rendering goes beautifully smoothly. And despite the fact that the application is enriched with beautiful graphics, elements, and so on, it goes very, very smoothly. What kind of activities were performed to make it happen?
So yeah, this is very wide topic. So Flutter is known for its great performance, but there are still, best practices we follow to make sure everything runs efficiently. So I believe that the most important is the code quality. So focusing on code quality, such as using immutable objects and ensuring our lists are lazy loaded, may seem like a small optimization, but when applied consistently across the app, they can significantly improve the overall performance of the app. In Flutter, everything is a widget, so we made sure to structure our widget efficiently to avoid unnecessary rebuilds. So using stateless widgets when possible and managing state properly helped keep the app responsive. Efficient image loading, since images are key part of the Expo City Dubai app, we optimized image loading by using, of course, the caching mechanism, but also do not load, large images when it's not unnecessary, by helping to reduce load times and improve overall performance. Of course, we are using built-in performance profiling tools provided by Flutter to identify bottlenecks during development, and this helped us spot areas that needed optimization and fix them before the release, of course. And Flutter is also great for animations, but complex animations can sometimes affect performance. So we kept the animations simple and closely monitored, more complex one to ensure that they didn't impact the overall performance. And by following these best practices and possibly even more, and regularly checking the app's performance, we ensure the apps runs quickly and smoothly for the users.
Okay, thank you very much for this. We work on this project for over a year. What would you eventually change or reconsider if you could get back in time?
Nothing. Everything is perfect.
Oh, really?
I believe at the beginning of the project, we should go to Dubai and see Expo City Dubai and understand what they need actually. See the area. Yeah, so let's start the project with going on site to our clients.
Actually, I must admit that I have been discussing with our teams on 1 or 2 projects, because besides Smart City, we also do projects for manufacturing, for renewables, for logistics, and we consider as a very huge value performing some, let's say, field research with the end users and within the environment that the particular project or product supposed to be built. However, I'm having a feeling, looking back in time, that there's always, let's say, a little bit smaller commitment in the beginning of the project. And this is a bad thing because ironically, you need more commitment, much more commitment in the beginning. Yeah, when everybody beginning to get to know each other, what the product is about, what the project is about, where all those major discoveries take place. So what I would like to encourage, if someone is listening to us, if you are planning to build something very complex like a web application or mobile application, we highly encourage to consider performing some field research with the final groups of users. For example, in your factory, in your city, in your office building, because this may give us a lot of insights, and overall it will absorb not much big piece of the budget. Okay, then I think we're reaching our last question today. So Expo City Dubai is a unique location. Yeah, we need to underline that there's Dubai, a city in United Arab Emirates, and there's Expo City Dubai, a beautiful exhibition area which is also turning into business center point, connecting businesses, people from all around the world. Do you think that concepts may be introduced in more regular environments, such as, for example, European municipalities? I mean, the concept of this application that we built, could we build something similar for, I don't know, city of Poznan, city of Berlin, city of London, city of Geneva, Zurich? What do you guys think?
I guess the general idea behind the app is that there'll be several different types of users using the app. First, we started with the tourists, so that they want to get just to know the city and just to find like attractions and things that they are looking for. But later on, in Expo City Dubai, there'll be also residents that will be living there. They will have different needs, and they may want to use the app in a different way. There are also people commuting every day to Expo City Dubai and just working there. So these are like the 3 main groups of people. And one thing that separates Expo City Dubai from like the rest of the Dubai, let's say, is that it's basically a walkable city. So while Dubai is being like mostly car centric and you need a car to go basically everywhere, Expo City Dubai is this new smart city that you can basically just walk a few blocks and you can drop off your kids to school and then like go to work. So this is a pretty neat concept that can be applied to multiple different cities in Europe or maybe in USA as well.
Thank you very much, Piotr. First of all, thank you guys. I think we touched very delicately lots of topics. Yes, the project that we are discussing lasts for over a year. It will be serving dozens of thousands of people who will be arriving in Dubai and also visiting Expo City Dubai. This is something I think we built like a foundation of a smart city application that, like I said, several functionalities could be considered also by different locations. Yeah, but obviously Expo City Dubai is, let's say, one of the leaders when it comes to introducing a smart city concept. I wanted to say a few words because smart city itself is, let's say, like an iteration of the city development. I recently read this beautiful book, 7,000 Years of History of Developing Cities, Ben Wilson's Metropolis. He's calling city in general as the biggest invention that mankind ever made. And the smart city concept is, let's say, the most ongoing iteration, the leading iteration of a city that we can actually have. Yeah, by digitalizing several aspects of living, let's say, like transportation, power consumption, logistics, healthcare, and so on, we can, first of all, limit resources that we spend in order to make the city livable. We can increase the security of the city. We can increase the level of maintenance and quality of services provided by the city. So sometimes digital can make major improvements without making a greater investments, for example, in the infrastructure. Karolina, Piotr, Paweł, thank you very much for being with us today. This was Merrick Studio show. It's time to talk on Expo City Dubai mobile app. If you have any questions regarding this or other projects made by us, feel free to drop us a line. We will be super happy to talk with you soon. Thank you. Have a great day.